He will be the referee for our next match, which is scheduled for one fall.
Anytime someone asks me if I want Matty D to ref the match, I say pretty pleased with sprinkles on top. Absolutely get him in there. He's fantastic. Oh, here we go.
Hailing from Kingbridge, Bronx, New York, weighing in at none of your business. Accompanied by the Bronx Beauty, Shayla. Boujii.
Now look at this entourage right now, Jordan. Boujii, one of the standout talents, hot prospects of the independent scene in New Jersey and the tri-state area, being flanked by Shayla, who has been setting social media on fire lately. If you follow any of her accounts, you'll know exactly why. And right behind him is the pharaoh face of this place, one half of the faceless ones. And apparently the man that we saw earlier, Rocket, has aligned himself with this faction.
And what a career move for Rocket, aligning himself with someone the likes of Boujii. And I'm so incredibly impressed every time I see that man step between those ropes.
Boujii, of course, being in the PWI 500, making multiple appearances on AEW, and just lighting the wrestling scene on fire. It's incredibly exciting to have him here in Smash Master Wrasslin.
His opponent,
but it is a little concerning that he has such a flank.
the city of hardcore, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing 175 pounds after that big Thanksgiving dinner. He is the game changer of professional wrestling, Philly Mike Swanson!
And Jordan, if I can jump in here real quick just to make sure that everyone is aware that Philly Mike Swanson and Riley Krowe are, of course, sponsored by none other than ABJ Podcast, run by the proprietor of ABJ Podcast, Anthony Blackwell Jr. You're going to see him all over the independent scene over here. Check out all of his podcasts anywhere that you stream podcasts. He's got a ton of great content, having great interviews from people from the wrestling world, from the music scene, everywhere. Make sure to subscribe to all his socials, ABJ Podcast in the house. And it's also worth mentioning that this has been advertised as Philly Mike Swanson's final match for a while, as this is his last match before he goes under the knife for knee surgery.
That's right. Philly Mike Swanson has made a name for himself, not only across the tri-state area, but also right here in Smash Master Wrasslin. Philly Mike Swanson about to go under the knife for knee surgery. This is going to be a career performance for him, I have to imagine, but what's his mental state like going into this match?
Well,
wrestling hurt could affect performers in different ways.
Well, you mentioned that this could be a career performance. Boujii has said that he wants to make this the final career performance for Philly Mike Swanson, which is not surprising when you know about Boujii, but it is a dangerous proposition to go into a match against Boujii, advertising that you have an injury severe enough that you need to have surgery on it. Not a smart move. However, what else are you going to do? He had to let people know that he was not taking any further bookings. He was going to honor the bookings that they had already agreed to, which is honorable by Philly Mike Swanson, but he is definitely in a difficult position here.
He's opened himself up with a giant target on his knee, and Boujii will definitely take advantage of that.
But on the flip side of that coin, Philly Mike is the kind of guy that when he knows this is it, he's going to pull out all the stops. He's going to make sure that he leaves nothing to chance, and he's going to do everything he can to come out of this with a win before he goes on hiatus.
I've watched him and Riley Krowe run over other competitors with a golf cart. They're willing to do whatever it takes.
That's right, at our last show in October, Smash Master Wrasslin at the drive-thru. And Philly Mike and Riley Krowe did drive through the competitors in that tag scramble match.
Well, look at that.
And
the worker handshake.
I don't know what that is. Never heard of it.
The bell is rung. This match is just getting underway. Jay Boujii, Philly Mike Swanson, here we go.
I've been waiting to see this since the matchup was announced, and I mean it's worth mentioning how these two found themselves in Smashmaster Wrasslin. Of course, Philly Mike Swanson finding himself across the ring from Uncle Massey on a number of occasions, and Uncle Massey seeing the potential in Philly Mike Swanson. Not even potential; he's already an incredible talent. Knowing what he could bring to the product, brought him into the fray.
Look at this! Oh, big chop taking an advantage early.
Boujii sent reeling, and of course Boujii coming off of a long stint on the Indies with the faction known as Takeover, now breaking off on his own, becoming his own thing, and making a name for himself, becoming infamous in certain places. And Smashmaster just seemed like the perfect place for Jay Boujii and his entourage.
Well, you mentioned it before, Jay Boujii taking advantages when he can, going after that knee, but Philly Mike Swanson
beautiful
is able to capitalize and keep the momentum on his side.
Oh, beautiful knee strike. And I spoke to Philly Mike. He was in Jersey for Shore Star Wrestling last night, and I spoke to him this morning when he got here, and he told me that he was feeling better than he felt yesterday. So hopefully he's up to full potential here for this matchup. He seemed confident in that prospect. Oh!
Beautiful drop kick there. Takes Jay Boujii to the outside of the ring, and now he's got to collect his thoughts, shake the cobwebs, come up with a new game plan.
Oh, wait a minute. Keep your eyes on Philly Mike Swanson. Whoa!
Dive to the outside, connects.
Tope Suicida Reno finds the mark, and Jay Boujii just taking every bit of that, and every bit of that boot as well. Bringing the battle out to giving our Gold Circle ticket holders their money's worth here. Wait a minute, he's not done.
One more time.
Whoa!
Oh! And Jay Boujii once again taking his eye off the ball.
Now, what did I say? Starting off with a Tope Suicida, following it up with a Tope Conilo. I mean, he's pulling out all the stops. He wants to leave nothing to chance. He's going to do everything in his power to take Jay Boujii down on his way out.
A nice top rope missile drop kick, finds the mark, rolls him over, shoulders down. Is this enough? Not quite.
You see on the outside, Riley Krowe keeping a close eye on the situation, making sure nothing questionable happens. So far, the Boujii camp has not gotten involved, but you never know. You got to keep your eyes on that group, as now it's just breaking down into a slugging contest. And now, of course, Jay Boujii goes right for that knee.
Jay Boujii creating some separation, getting some breathing room, and now attacking the target that is that knee.
Not a surprise, and you may not like it, but it's all fair game. Philly Mike knew what he was getting into when signing up for this matchup and staying with this matchup. He could have easily...
Wait a minute, hold on.
There it is.
The outside interference and the numbers game coming into play.
It's always so scary with it when the normally statuesque and stoic feral face comes to life and just rains blows down upon you. That's exactly what he did, and now right back to his statuesque state.
Textbook suplex from Jay Boujii. And he's dragging Philly Mike back to the middle of the ring, setting him up, and a drop kick to the face.
And I'll tell you what, you see Shayla on the outside the other day. My wife started turning down the thermostat. I said, what's going on? She said, it's getting really warm in here. I just saw Shayla's new pic drop. You got to check it out. Make sure to check her out on social media. It's pretty incredible, folks. And that's Boujii. He'll tell you all about it. He's proud to be a part of that. But only elite members of that entourage. And now, here we go. Boujii turning it around.
But again, you see the weight being put on that knee of Philly Mike. Just buckling.
Oh, now hold on a second. I mean, now come on.
Oh.
I mean, it's one thing when you're in that ring and you're wrestling and you're taking into consideration wrestling maneuvers and whatnot, but it's another one to do something questionable like that. That's when you start to say, "Come on, man! It might be unnecessary."
Using the ring to his advantage, the steel post colliding with all of those muscles and tendons in his knee.
Jay Boujii, definitely a questionable individual. I mean, he, in past Smashmaster shows, he drove away Rob Williams, the proprietor of the Bob Culture podcast, out of the commentating station by humiliating him by beating his significant other, Vicious Vicky, in that ring. He's willing to do whatever it takes to make a name for himself, even if it means questionable things like this. And Riley Krowe trying to get a hold of that chair, and referee Matt Durline trying to talk some sense into him.
This could be the end of the match. He misses. Philly Mike able to avoid it. Shoves the chair back into his face. Desperation move.
Philly Mike trying to dig deep here.
And look, he can't even put any weight on that leg.
Shoulder into the midsection, doing his best to ignore the pain. Sending Boujii to the opposite corner.
He's trying to fight through it, shake it off. Oh, and a knee strike with the opposite leg. Finds the mark.
And Boujii's head just snaps back on that. Oh!
Picture perfect bulldog, but wait a minute.
What's Rocket doing up here? Matty D does not care about your social media posts. Face, the feral face now up on the apron as well. Big kick to the face.
Philly Mike trying to level the playing field as much as he can.
It's just hard to do it when the numbers game has you at a disadvantage.
Oh, and Jay Boujii countering. And now both men are down. Who's going to be the first to make it to a vertical base?
Well, anyone who's followed Boujii knows that that was a setup for a Pele kick that he's known for, but he decided to turn it around into a forearm. It seems that Boujii couldn't get his normal moveset off. It looks like some of the damage is taking its toll, as doled out by Philly Mike Swanson.
Now, Philly Mike trying to
go back to basics.
Yeah, side headlock.
Tried and true, now turning it around. Oh!
Big clubbing blow to the back of the neck. Jay Boujii is reeling. Philly Mike.
Now hooking him up.
He's trying to leave it all in the ring.
Busting up those brains. You can see Shayla on the outside showing some signs of concern.
Philly Mike, of course, like we've said before, going in for surgery, he's trying everything. He's pulling every trick out of his book, including a destroyer. Oh my goodness.
Philly destroyer right in the middle of the ring. Boujii nearly sent out to the outside with so much force.
One,
goes for the cover.
Two. Oh, foot on the rope there by
way.
Jay Boujii. This match continues. Obviously, the disappointment in Philly Mike's face.
No doubt Anthony Blackwell Jr. wants to see what's going to happen with the end of this. Sponsoring the talent here. No, I would imagine he's gonna find Philly Mike Swanson on the ABJ podcast talking about this very match, regardless of how it turns out.
And wait a minute, there's Rocket.
Rocket holding onto that leg. Boujii up quick.
Riley Krowe trying to even the odds, but
there's not much that Riley Krowe can do when it's 2-on-4, basically. Boujii setting Philly Mike up.
Oh no. Precarious position.
Oh, no.
Cravat.
Philly Mike trying to fight back.
Oh
my
good
God.
Lord.
What an absolutely disgusting cutter from the top, right from the middle rope. Landing in an awkward position, almost a scorpion.
Jay Boujii obviously crawling to a cover, but Philly Mike stays in there.
Still not wanting to leave it. Still not wanting to let it finish that way. Still has some fight left in the tank, but how much? The pain has got to be affecting him.
Jay Boujii back on his feet. Off the ropes.
Oh, look for that curb stomp, and Philly Mike saw it coming, got out of the way.
Tripped him up.
Looking for a leg grapevine of some sort. Now going for Boujii's knee.
These two trying to leave it all in the ring. Look at this.
Neither man wanting to let up. Boots to the head now.
1, 2. That could have been it. Double pin.
Slaps to the side of the head, trying to ring the eardrums of Jay Boujii.
And look at the pain in the face of Mike Swanson. You could tell that injury's catching up to him.
Oh, you can't even stand on it, Jordan.
Hooks him.
Oh!
And Jay Boujii able to hang on to ref Matt.
Oh no!
The curb stomp connects. 1, 2.
Oh.
And that's it. Jay Boujii has done it and defeated Philly Mike Swanson in a stellar performance. Oh, and hold on a minute.
Oh, come on.
Here's Face.
The match is over. Boujii won, but the beatdown has just begun on Mike Swanson.
Come on, the match is over.
Riley Krowe in there to try and talk some sense, and then the beatdown has stopped, at least for now. The officials trying to make some sense of the situation.
Hold on a minute.
Boujii's got a chair. No, 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 no.
Don't do it. And Riley Krowe throwing herself on Mike Swanson, trying to protect him.
Boujii says, forget it, let's get out of here. No.
Oh, wait a minute!
What the hell?
Face! Oh my, guys, we need some order in here. And wait a minute, there's Jason Furious.
Jay Furious out here trying to bat it. No, Face getting the better of him. Somebody needs to get in there. I've seen enough.
Good Lord, not his knee. Wait, Jay Boujii. Oh, chair shot to the knee.
Uncle Masty's in there now. Masty's got him.
Choke slam from Uncle Masty.
And look at this face-off. Face and Masty. This is something I've wanted to see for a long time. Uncle Masty throwing potatoes.
We need to get some order in here. Ref Frank trying to get between these two titans.
Forget about it. It's not going to happen, at least for long. For what? What's ringing the bell going to do, Frank? Somebody needs to get in there.
I'm very concerned about Mike's knee here.
Concerned for Mike's knee, I'm concerned for Riley Krowe's well-being, and I'm concerned for anybody across the ring.
Oh, and look at this, Rocket in there.
From this faction.
And it's a 2-on-1 assault.
Uncle Masty's the one who invited these men to be part of this show, and now this is how they repay Uncle Masty. J.S. Hawthorne!
J.S. Hawthorne has a chair, our MC for the evening. He chased them off.
And this is what we've seen from Jay Boujii and his entourage. This is what he's known for across the tri-state area. Coming to an area, having a matchup, showing some dastardly tactics, and then trying to take over the entire show.
What a win for Jay Boujii, but
the infamy that we've seen out of the Jay Boujii camp is uncalled for. Now he's brought it to now. And what's going on here? Masty not knowing exactly what J.S. Hawthorne's doing in here, clarifying the situation.
We need to break all of this up.
But Boujii needs it. I've seen enough. Boujii, Shayla, Rocket Face, they need to get out. Let's get them out of, not even out of the building. I've had enough of them here in the state of Pennsylvania.
The disrespect shown today.
Philly Mike Swanson putting on an incredible performance in his last performance before going under the knife. Best of luck to Philly Mike Swanson. Thank you so much for the sponsorship from ABJ Podcast.
Yeah, make sure you're subscribed on all your favorite podcast platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, including YouTube. Make sure you're subscribed to the ABJ Podcast.
What a night. Afternoon, whatever. Listen. We do Smash Master Wrasslin and have a good time. We do this to have fun. We do this for the kids. I want to apologize for Boujii, that monster face, and the rest of those idiots who are with him. That's not acceptable here. J.S. Hawthorne, I know you and I haven't always seen eye to eye. I know I'm the bigger brother you never wanted, and you're Shirley. You know I'm not happy about you. So tell you what, I'm gonna do a show in a couple weeks on my birthday. I turned 40 next year. 40 years old, I ain't done. J.S. Hawthorne, I don't care what it takes. Let's get facing Boujii against me and you.
That sounds like an interesting proposal.
But I got a feeling that if we did that, it'd be more of the same. So I got an idea. Do tell. I've seen your Facebook, I've seen your Instagram. I know you live in an ambulance. I do. So I'm thinking for my birthday, I'm either going out on top or in the back of an ambo. J.S. Hawthorne and Uncle Massey against facing Boujii in an ambulance match.
An ambulance match. Did you just hear that, Peter?
I heard it, but I can't believe it. Are they going to get an ambulance into
And Doc Frank, I apologize.
the Civic Center?
Hey,